Instead of backing down, Brenda and the HOA went on the attack. They saw Frank's request not as a need, but as a challenge to their power. The harassment started small. Violation notices for a trash can left out an hour too long, a few weeds by the fence. Each came with a fine. Then, they began fining him for the ramp he hadn't even built, calling it a failure to comply with aesthetic standards. The fine snowballed from $100 to over $2,000. Frank went to an HOA meeting to plead his case and was met with smirks. Brenda told him his situation didn't exempt him from the rules. When the fines became impossibly high, the HOA used its ultimate weapon. They placed a lien on his home. This is how a petty dispute becomes a nightmare. For unpaid fines, an HOA can legally start foreclosure and sell your home right out from under you. Soon, Frank received the official foreclosure notice in the mail. This wasn't a war of bullets. It was a war of paperwork, and it was breaking Sergeant Miller. Sarah watched her father, her hero, completely deflate. The light in his eyes went out. He'd sit for hours, just staring at the foreclosure notice. The fight gone. Legal aid couldn't get his case heard before the auction date, which was just weeks away. One night, Sarah heard him tell her mom, his voice cracking, "I can't fight this anymore. They're going to take our home." That was it. Something inside Sarah snapped. She refused to let her father be defeated by a petty tyrant. She went to the attic, found his old Army footlocker, and pulled out a dusty binder. His old platoon roster, a list of names and numbers of the men who called her father brother. Her hand shaking, she found the number for his former platoon sergeant, a man they called Gunny. She took a deep breath and made the call. The next Saturday morning, Frank Miller's quiet street changed. A single pickup truck parked across from his house. A man with a military posture got out and just stood there, watching. Then another car pulled up, and another. Within an hour, there were more than 20 of them. Men of all ages, some still fit and sharp, others older with the quiet intensity of men who've seen it all. They wore no uniforms, but they moved with a shared, silent discipline that was more intimidating than any army. Frank's platoon had answered the call.